Hello, my name is Noelle Adams, and I have prepared a mini mock dissertation defense using information that I collected from a dissertation that was done in 2018 by David J. Edwards. And the research is titled Predicting Physical Therapy Student Success by Matching Perceived Learning Style and Education Delivery Style. I will present the information as if I am the researcher as a part of an assignment in my Intro to Dissertation course at Aspen University. The main reason for doing this research was because, according to much of the available literature, it is not known whether matching students' preferred learning style to the course delivery style actually does improve student success. So therefore, more research was warranted. This specific research involves the investigation of the preferred learning styles of physical therapy students to determine the effect that matching their preferred learning style with the delivery style actually has on their outcomes. The importance of this research is to really understand the preferred learning styles of physical therapy students, to determine if physical therapy programs should be adjusting their course delivery style or their program format to better suit physical therapy students' needs. According to CAPD, the Commission on Accreditation and Physical Therapy Education, approximately 75% of all physical therapy programs in the United States are a hybrid, delivering a blend of different styles, including case-based, system-based, problem-based, and traditional lecture-based. So having a better understanding of the effect of matching preferred learning style to delivery style could allow program administrators to adjust the course style and program delivery style to improve student learning. So this study was a quantitative correlational study which took place at a private Midwest university which involved 57 second-year doctoral physical therapy students. The purpose of this study was to determine if student-preferred learning styles are related to their success in a learner-centered problem-based learning formatted class and program. The aim was to determine whether matching course or program delivery style in a learner-centered problem-based learning format to a student-preferred learning style improve their academic success. So for the research questions, the first one was, is there a significant relationship between student course grade in a learner-centered course and their total score on the perceived learning style inventory? The second question, similarly, was, is there a significant relationship between student final exam score in a learner-centered course and their total score on the perceived learning style inventory? And the third question was, is there a significant relationship between the student's score on the Score Builder's comprehensive examination and their total score on the perceived learning style inventory? So, the null hypotheses were that there is no relationship between the student's course grade and their total score on the perceived learning style inventory, and that there is no relationship between the student's final exam score and their total score on the perceived learning style inventory, and that there is no relationship between the student's score on the Score Builder's exam and their total score on the perceived learning style inventory. So in this study, there were 3 dependent variables and 1 independent variable. Of the 3 dependent variables, the first was the student's course grade in a problem-based learning style course. The second was the student's final exam score in that problem-based learning style course. And the third dependent variable was the student's score on the Score Builder's comprehensive exam. The independent variable was the student's total score on the perceived learning style inventory. So for this study, purposive sampling was used because for this research, specific students studied were required to be second-year Doctor of Physical Therapy students who were enrolled in a learner-centered PT course and program. The perceived learning style inventory was completed by the students during their 7th term of their Doctor of Physical Therapy program. Surveys were distributed by the faculty secretary who kept the survey results, matched them with a number to keep the results anonymous from the researcher. At the term's completion, the faculty secretary created an Excel sheet labeling the students numerically, where the scores from the dependent variables were matched accordingly. The Excel sheet was then used to cross over data into SPSS. The data was then analyzed using SPSS. Multiple parametric correlations were run, including Pearson product moment correlations to determine the presence of correlations between the independent variables and each of the dependent variables. In addition to that, 3 linear regression analyses were run to assess for predictive value. Data analysis also included descriptive statistical analysis to determine the preferred learning style of the Doctor of Physical Therapy students. Okay, so now for the results. Research question number 1. Through Pearman correlation, follow-up Spearman correlation, and linear regression, it was found that there was no relationship between the student's preferred learning style matching that of the delivery style and whether or not the student actually succeeded overall in the course. The mean preferred learning style was more teacher-centered preference on the results from the perceived learning style inventory, and the mean final grade was 91.74. So students' mean score suggested that teacher-centered preference appears to have no effect on the success of the student when enrolled in a learner-centered course. Research question number 2. Through Pearson correlation and linear regression, it was also found that there is no relationship between students' preferred learning style matching the course delivery style and the student's score on the final exam. Research question number 3. Through Pearson correlation and linear regression, it was found that there is no relationship between program performance on the Score Builders Comprehensive Exam and the student's score on the perceived learning style inventory. So all of the findings of each research question lead to the acceptance of the null hypothesis. Conclusion. To recap, the primary goal of the research was to identify if matching program or course delivery style to that of the student's preferred learning style would improve academic success in a Doctor of Physical Therapy program or course. Okay, so the results suggest that there is no benefit to matching the course delivery style in a DPT program or course to that of the student's preferred learning style, which was evidenced by correlation and regression models. The results also shed some light onto the learning preferences of DPT students, which in this study kind of lean more towards learner-centered preference, which is really at odds with the current trends in higher education today. As much of the past literature is kind of split regarding whether or not there's a benefit to matching the delivery style and the student preferred learning style, it is still helpful to know, based on the results of this study, that students who did prefer more of a teacher-centered education still thrived and did well in a PBL style program, just as the students who preferred more of a learner-centered education were able to thrive and succeed. Contraindications in the literature confirm the need to further investigate the correlation of success in regard to learning and teaching styles in higher education, specifically in physical therapy education. Ultimately, this study adds to the available literature in this topic area. All of the achievement metrics in this study indicate that students were able to be successful in a problem-based learning style curriculum, regardless of their learning style preference. The results of this study also indicate that an educator in a Doctor of Physical Therapy program with a learner-centered course or program delivery style should not try to adjust course format or program format to match the student's learning preference to improve academic performance. The findings of this research suggest that the students will accommodate to the delivery style and still succeed. Future research recommendations. One thing that would be beneficial for future research is to compile the same type of research but in a teacher-centered mode of education rather than just looking at a learner-centered mode. And then also to collect data in other geographical regions rather than just the Midwest. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to welcome questions, so if you have questions, feel free to comment below and I'd be happy to answer them for you. Thank you.